Hello, it's Jonathan here. I'm one of the co-founders of Weave, and I wanted to make this short video just to explain to you both the vision and to demonstrate what our application is going to be capable of as we actually build up to the launch of this dApp in the next few weeks. So we've been working very hard on this project for quite some time, and in terms of sort of the vision for where we want to take this project now, we started off wanting to create a toolkit that weaves together all of DeFi into one place, making it super easy to do all of the things that you could do manually in DeFi, but to actually do them in a more automated way where you have a lot more control. So we're weaving together not just things like dexes and places to yield farm, but we're also weaving together bridging and wallet creation even, and auto compounding. All these things that you can do in lots of different platforms would be weaved together into one place. And so that's where we started with our journey and our vision for Weave. But actually, as time's progressed and the sector's progressed, we've actually realized that the potential for this is far bigger than we ever imagined. And so where we're actually expanding this into is not just being able to yield farm and to manage yield using this toolkit. You'll also be able to just create just a normal hodl portfolio, for example. So if you're bullish on the number of tokens for the next bull cycle, you can very easily create a portfolio just using our drag and drop strategy builder, drag in the tokens that you want, and then you can create that, and if you want, you can even share that as well. And obviously that's a big part of where we want to take this in the future, is people being able to build and share their strategies. So on the one hand, you've got yield and yield farming and yield management and so on. And then on the other hand, you've got hodl portfolios for like the next bull cycle and tokens that you want to be in, getting in at the right time. It's not necessarily about yield, it's more about, potential growth for those tokens. But where we see even bigger potential is with the tokenization of real world assets. And we've been speaking to partner companies actually about some of the great work that they're doing, and we believe that we can integrate a lot of those into our platform as well. And what that means is that you'll actually then be able to create not just crypto strategies, but entire investment strategies that are spread across an entire different range of assets. So, there might well be some crypto in there, but you might also have some stocks, some access to or some exposure to indices, maybe even exposure to real estate, commodities such as gold and silver. So you can see how very easily, just in one application, we've woven together basically all of the different assets of investment kind of across the board. And that is majorly disruptive, because that's essentially what the entire wealth management sector relies upon, and that is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. So this is hugely disruptive, and we can see a path to this happening. It's going to happen, we think, in crypto anyway. There's a lot of talk right now about the tokenization of real world assets, but you're still going to have to jump around lots of different platforms. That you're still going to be limited in what you can do and how you can build investment portfolios. What Weave does best is it brings together all these assets into a really nice user interface. It's much more like a Web 2 interface, really. But it still allows people access to this really broad range of assets in one place. And if you then add in the potential for people to build and share their strategies, it also means that we've got the potential here for very explosive growth, because it allows influencers and KOLs, people like that, anyone with a following really, will be able to create a strategy. Maybe it's just a hodl portfolio strategy, or maybe it's a more balanced portfolio with exposure to lots of different assets in it. But they'll be able to share their strategies with their audience and then onboard new users onto the Weave platform itself. So we're super excited, not just for the ability for people to be able to build investment portfolios in ways that they've just never been able to do before, but also for the potential for influencers to come in and be able to create strategies, share their strategies, and actually monetize their knowledge and expertise in ways that's just never been done before. So I'm going to just jump over now onto the actual application itself and show you just how easy it is to create your own portfolios and share them as well. So I'm here on the application, and this is currently on beta testing. If you want to come along and have a play with this, you're absolutely welcome to. We do just need to give you access to the test environment so that you can actually have a play around with it. But if you jump onto Discord, you'll be able to request access, and we can set you up if you want to have a play around with it yourself. But basically, I'll show you the strategy builder first of all. The actual strategies that are being built are constructed kind of in the middle here. And on the right-hand side is the actual farms or tokens or whatever asset it is that you want to use. And all you need to do to create a strategy is simply grab an icon and just drop it in here. So you can see these cards being dropped over as I pull them over, and you can create strategies as big as you want, as complex as you want. You can do as much with this as you want to do, basically. And each card has the capability to be adjusted and tweaked according to how you want to manage any yield that's coming off of here. So if I wanted to, for example, compound 50% of the yield, and I wanted to do that daily, then I could do that very, very easily, okay? So that would be set up to compound for me daily, 50%, and 50% would go down here. So where would that go? Well, you can decide where you want that to go. If there's tokens that you're bullish on, for example, then you could quite easily just drag this over, and you could just swap then into the tokens that you're bullish on, okay? So you're now taking the yield and you're swapping into a portfolio of tokens. Of course, you could just set this to compound 0%. And so all you're doing is you're taking the yield from here, and then you're swapping into assets that you're bullish on. So it's highly customizable. You can do as much or as little as this as you want. As I talked about earlier, very, very shortly you'll just be able to drag over different tokens that you're very, very bullish on, and build a hodl portfolio, and we'll just take care of all the swaps. So all you ever need to do with our application is just turn up with some tokens in your wallet. We take care of all the swaps and everything for you. That's the whole point of making this nice and easy and user friendly. So you'll be able to create portfolios. It doesn't necessarily just need to be about yield farming. You'll be able to create hodl portfolios. You'll be able to bridge between chains as well. So you will be able to bridge tokens from one chain to another chain. We'll be on many different chains, and we'll have all the major dexes covered here as well. So it's very, very easy to create a portfolio. And once you've saved and deployed your portfolio as well, it's important to note that you're not creating pools with Weave. You're actually creating your own smart contract that farms just exactly how you want it to be. So it's not as though Weave ever has any custody over your funds. Everything stays connected to your own personal wallet, and that's great because it firstly means that we're not creating pools for you. We're not pooling people together here. You're just creating methods and strategies that will work for you. And even if the platform were to go down, then you would still have access to all of your funds because we're not custodians of any of your funds anyway. So all you would need to do is just go and unpay your tokens or swap them out or whatever you wanted to do with them, because we're not holding any of your tokens. So we're just the toolkit here that's bringing together all these different assets and different ways to earn yield and manage yield, etc. in one place. So once you've built and shared your strategies, you can see them here under your own strategies. So you can see whichever strategies that you've got, and then you can choose to share them as well. And you can charge users if you want to sort of charge people to copy your own strategies, or even just to sort of see what strategies you're using. Or you can find other people's strategies. So you can find strategies from other people. You can have a look at what their strategy is, and then you can open up the strategy and you can just copy it within a couple of clicks. So you can open up the strategy, and then you can, if you want to, you can make some adjustments to it, or you can just copy and deploy it into your own wallet as well. So it's very, very, very easy for people to share and copy strategies just within a few clicks. Now, if you combine this as well with the fact that we have our referral program, this is where we think the network effect will take off massively, because we want to encourage people from a financial background that have experience, not just in crypto, but perhaps in traditional finance, to actually come onto our platform, build strategies and build their own following, and they can set their own fees, how much it's going to cost people to see and to copy their strategies. Some people might give it away for free, others might charge quite a high premium to sort of see and copy their strategies. That's all down to the user. That's not for us to dictate what happens there, but then they have the ability to monetize their expertise in ways that's never happened before. And we hope that this will clean up the market somewhat, because what a lot of influencers are forced to do is, because they don't earn very much from their actual following, they tend to do pump and dumps and talk about very poor quality tokens, because they can profit off the pump that comes from people buying into their tokens. So that does tend to happen quite a lot. It's very hard for an influencer to actually profit from holding tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. But with our system here and with the strategy builder, what it means is people can build really responsible portfolios, the tokens that they actually want to hold, and they can monetize that expertise, because then they can charge people either a one-time fee or a retainer fee to actually access the tokens that they're buying and swapping all the time. So this is really great both for the pro users who want to build and share strategies, and the more passive users who do want to get more knowledge and understanding from more experienced users, and will be able to not only see what the people that they follow are actually doing, but they can also copy it quite easily if they wish to do so. So as you can see, there's a huge amount of potential for our application, and it's very, very easy to use as well. We will have more tutorials and things for those that want to know how to use it in a bit more detail. And as I say, come and ask us if you want to actually join in with the beta test, or you want to have a play around with this yourself. You're more than welcome to do so. I just want to run through the white paper real quick as well. You will be able to access the white paper via our website. I'll also post a link to it below this video as well. Our white paper obviously explains more about the vision and the capabilities for what it is that we're trying to achieve here. I highly recommend just taking a few moments just to read through it. I've talked about a lot of the key features and the way that the platform will work. You can learn more about the tokenomics in the white paper as well. I want to touch on the token use cases, because obviously that's a big thing in crypto, and we wouldn't have a token at all if it weren't for the fact that we have a huge amount of utility and ways in which that a token will be swapped and passed around the entire ecosystem. So you can see here just very quickly all the different ways that tokens can be both earned, so coming from the platform out to users, and also swapped between users, and also coming back to the platform as well. So the tokenomics are designed for the token to be in constant flow around the whole ecosystem, not just from the platform, but we've got the pro users here who might be charging a small fee to passive users to follow them. Passive users might be earning tokens through other mechanisms that we've got. They might be paying fees, back to the platform in Weave tokens. There's all different kinds of ways that people can earn and spend and swap their Weave tokens. So we're really excited by the tokenomics, and again, I suggest taking some time just to go through the actual white paper and to learn more about this. But the last thing we wanted was just a token that's just there because we're launching a crypto project. We have strong utility for the token at launch, and we'll have more utility coming in the future as well as we grow and expand the entire ecosystem. I also wanted to touch really quickly on our engage to earn mechanism as well, because this again separates us from any other crypto project, certainly that I've seen, because what most projects do is they release tokens kind of indiscriminately, either just for staking, you hold some tokens and then the platform will just pay out a load more tokens, and you get dilution for very little benefit really to the entire ecosystem. Our engage to earn model works by us releasing tokens as a reward payment really for people taking actions that will help us to grow our whole ecosystem. So you can be rewarded, for example, by helping us on social media, by retweeting one of our tweets, for example, or by leaving a comment on one of our YouTube videos. All this kind of social engagement is super, super helpful and beneficial to the entire ecosystem. And you'll be able to earn XP rewards as you engage with all our social media content and in other ways as well, such as using the platform. And then the XP that you earn will actually earn you Weave tokens as a reward as well. So we're all about trying to gain network effect with this project. The community behind a project is really what drives it forward, and so we're doubling down on that essentially by saying be as active and supportive as you possibly can across all our different channels, and we will reward you for doing that. It's not just about seeing like token growth, it's about the whole ecosystem growing and people flooding into this ecosystem. So this is another initiative that we're super, super excited to launch. And then I talked a bit earlier about the referral program. One thing I don't think I mentioned is that the intention is for this to work on 2 levels. So it's not just about bringing in people that it's also about the people that they know and who they bring in as well, so that everyone gets rewarded. And this works particularly well, we feel, for asking influencers if they would be good enough to come onto the platform, build their own HODL portfolio. Not only will they benefit by being able to build and share their strategies, but you will also benefit if you bring them on, because you'll not only benefit from the influencer, who is the person that you've introduced, but you'll also benefit from all the people that they bring in as well. And again, we don't know anything like this in crypto at the moment. But when you combine things like the engage to earn and the potential for referral rewards and so on, I hope you can start to see the picture of how we think that this could see exponential growth very, very quickly, as everyone's kind of dashing out to bring people in to be the person that's referred that, you know, that influencer that they know, or that friend maybe that even knows an influencer, etc. People working their networks and bringing in those key people that would be able to then onboard tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of users very, very, very quickly. So we've put a lot of thought and effort into not just building a fantastic application, but also how we get that application mainstream and onboard a huge number of users very, very quickly. So that's a very quick overview of the project. There's more to all of this, of course, but I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of both the vision and the strategy builder. Please come and join us now. You can see the website on the screen now. Go to weave.financial for the website, or come and join us in Discord, ask any questions, come and beta test, and join us on this exciting journey as we try to disrupt not just DeFi, but also the entire wealth management sector as well. Thanks again for watching this video, and we look forward to communicating with you in our social media channels soon. Bye for now.